I'm Shane Awtrey, owner of Awtrey Heating and Air Conditioning. I really enjoy the work that I do. I like being a technician, I like troubleshooting, I like solving people's problems, I like going out meeting homeowners. I mean, you're everyone's best friend when you show up and fix their air conditioner, so I really enjoyed that part of the job. So I was sent a set of plans, asked to review for the home. They said that in our existing home we have some problems that we're not happy with, heating and cooling the home, and we want to make sure that this home's comfortable. We want to make sure that the heating and cooling is done right. We don't want to cut any corners. This is our forever home, and we want to be comfortable upstairs.
My name is Kelly Finney.
And I'm her husband, Jesse Finney.
This is a custom-built home, and when we bought the property, it was just land only, and then so we had to design the home and everything from the ground up. We have a very sort of a modern and open floor plan. In the upstairs area, we realized that there were some space issues as to where we would put a large HVAC system and the ductwork upstairs, and that's how the electric system came into play. And we realized that it was just going to be the best product for our particular situation.
They had a very unique layout. There were 3 bedrooms upstairs, but each one was almost its own individual suite with its own walk-in closet and its own bathroom. And so my initial thought was, man, those rooms deserve their own thermostat. They deserve their own control. And it was, bringing it up, talking to Kelly and Jesse about the Mitsubishi and what we could do and by zoning it. And I think they were initially open to all those ideas, but I really think the kicker was whenever we no longer needed that mechanical closet on the second floor, that's a bigger laundry room or a bigger walk-in closet or a linen closet that they couldn't have. And I think that's really what sealed the deal with the homeowner. And it was so natural for me from the beginning, and that was a natural selection.
So then while they were installing it, Russ Gallus, our Mitsubishi rep, and I came out and looked at it, and we just kind of walked around the house and looked at what they had done, and we're just kind of in awe of how they were doing it. Because, Shane is very good at thinking outside the box and coming up with a solution.
I was involved with this project with Paul Wanstreet, the territory manager from Crescent Parts and Equipment. It's always been a pleasure working with contractors like Shane who can see the vision of our product, and working with Crescent Parts and Equipment that give this kind of support for this innovative product.
But we've always been a fan of the Mitsubishi product. It's been really neat to see how they've evolved, with the industry over the years. 15 years ago, we had one-to-one systems, and that was really about it. Now with, the multi-head systems and the hyperheat technology, it's really opened up the capabilities and what we can do with today's systems in homes.
I think Mitsubishi products are the best on the market. The reliability, I think, is the best on the market. The way you install it is so much simpler than other brands out there. You have to be very particular on how it's installed. If it's not installed specifically the way they tell you to, it's not going to work. Mitsubishi, it's very simple to install. You don't have all the specific parameters you have to follow. You just put it in and it's done.
We had one issue that we talked to Awtrey Heating and Cooling about. The heat was magnificent. We had no issues with the heat. The cooling, it just seemed like maybe it was like 4 or 5 degrees, not cooling to where we wanted to be on those really, really hot days. And they came out, troubleshooted a few things, and figured out what it was, and it works great now.
Every application is very different in what you're applying it to. And sometimes systems do need to be adjusted for each individual home or each individual application. And there's a lot of adjustments that can be made. We don't, we try everything we can to get it right on the first time, but we always let the homeowner know that, there are a lot of changes that can be made to the system. If there's anything that needs to be addressed or adjusted, let us know, and we'll try and figure out what the best change is. So we always want the system to be running, from a comfort point of view, but we also want the most efficient operation possible.
The summer after everything was completed, I was introduced to the house and the Mitsubishi system here. When they started having a little bit of difficulty on the hotter days, the technicians would come out and go over everything that they knew how to do. And from that point, they would call me, and that's when I got involved. The first thing that we found as a glitch in the system was that the Mitsubishi ducted systems that we installed here have to be designed a little bit differently than a standard HVAC duct system, and we didn't have quite enough ductwork upstairs. So we added a couple of duct runs, and for a while that seemed to have solved the problem. But then later on we found out we had a few other things that we needed to deal with, and that's when we brought in our distributor Crescent and the guys from Mitsubishi to help us out with that.
And ever since they came out and they troubleshot, there's been no issues whatsoever.
And I will say that the customer service on both ends, as far as Awtrey Heating and Cooling and Mitsubishi Electric, was top notch. It really was. They handled all my problems, answered every email, every phone call, and they really did their due diligence on my property, which I'm really pleased with.
When I think about the relationship with, Mitsubishi, Awtrey Heating and Cooling, and Crescent Parts and Equipment, to me, it's the model. I mean, it is the model of how it's supposed to work. This side of our business is growing as fast as any side of our business, and we've dedicated the resources to it to make sure that both our customers and Mitsubishi's are properly supported in the field.